What up, gamers? Welcome back to Kaboom.
Come on!
We're back with yet another exciting video for you. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that subscribe button and your channel will grow sky high. Do you love our channel? Support us now. Get your Kaboom membership and get cool badges, emoticons, and infinite luck in return. It takes a lot of time and effort to become good at something, and even longer for you to get the exposure that you deserve for your content. Having a good strategy often plays a role in going viral too. And who better to listen to than famous streamers who made it big? Here's the top advice that famous streamers have given to their fans for growing their channels. Number 11. MrBeast. What better way to start off than to looking at a tip from one of the most influential, successful, and controversial content creators of all time, MrBeast. In an interview with the product manager of YouTube search and discovery teams, he talked about the ways in which you can get more views.
Watch to the end, I'm going to teach you how to pull lots of views.
His most important tip was that instead of being frustrated at the YouTube algorithm for not advertising your content, try to understand it and then make it work in your favor. Create content that the algorithm would see as relevant, and then when you have more viewers, you can be a bit more original to yourself too. Number 10. Triplewreck Smith. Triplewreck is best known for his Destiny, Fortnite, and Halo streams, and his Twitch channel has a whopping 275,000 followers. When asked for advice regarding what new Twitch channels should do to grow, he said that a lot of it comes down to being analytical, wanting to self-improve. He believes that before you try to change your streams for the better for your audience, try watching your own streams and keep changing your style until you feel like you'd watch your own streams as a viewer. He ended the advice with, if you don't enjoy your own stream, the chances are other people won't either. Number 9. bmkibler. Brian Kibbler, better known by his Twitch handle bmkibler, is a streamer that sees his channel as a profession. He streams games such as Hearthstone and League of Legends and is one of the most prominent names in the community. When asked for tips, he had a very detailed response that any up-and-coming streamer can benefit from. He said that, understand why you're choosing to be a streamer. It's really challenging to be successful as a professional streamer because there's so much competition, like any kind of entertainment profession. He believes that it's very important to know that you're taking on a challenge and won't always be successful. And then he mentioned what he considers to be the most important advice that he can give on the topic. He said that a lot of people quit their jobs and stream all the time, but you should absolutely not try to do anything like that until you have streamed casually and find that you're able to build an audience. So, if you ever thought about quitting your job and streaming full-time, you should reconsider that until you already have an audience.
I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Number 8. Ninja. Ninja needs no introduction as he's one of the most popular streamers of all time, and he has a great tip for new streamers. He stated that it's better for people to start streaming a game that isn't the most popular game on Twitch, because you start out on Rainbow Six Siege or Call of Duty or anything, but it shouldn't be League of Legends or Fortnite because it takes an hour to scroll down to someone who only has a few hundred views. So, he believes that streamers should try to focus on less popular games because then the audience is more likely to find them compared to a game that has dozens of highly successful streamers playing it.
And I also recommend streaming a game that isn't the #1 game right now. Right? So right now is not the time.
Number 7. 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Octavian Morrison, who's better known as Kriparian on his Twitch channel, has over 1.3 million followers on the platform and over 900,000 subscribers on YouTube. He mainly streams games like Hearthstone, and when asked for tips for new streamers, he did not have a lengthy answer, but he did have a very useful one. He said that streaming many hours on a regular schedule doesn't guarantee success, but not doing so guarantees failure.
You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed.
So if you take long breaks between your streams, unfortunately, you might have trouble making it big. Number 6. Pokimane. Pokimane has over 4 million followers and is a name that people in the entire gaming community recognize, regardless of whether they like her or not. One day, she gave tips for her new streamers which she believes help her grow. The first one is that she believes streamers should chat with their viewers as much as they can, and that you don't even want 10 seconds to go by without you actively saying or showing something to the people that are watching. She believes that interaction is the key to building a loyal fan base. Her second and third tips are similar to what Ninja and Triplewreck said, as she believes that you don't try to find a unique branding that will allow your content to be easier to be found compared to just doing what every big streamer does, and that you should watch your stream and see if it's content that would have won you over as a viewer before anyone else. Number 5. Nick28T. Nick28T is one of the most successful streamers of sports video games and has over 1 million loyal followers. Not only that, but he has a very consistent ratio of how many of those subscribers watch his streams, and he gets an average 40 to 90,000 viewers per stream. When asked for tips, he said that he believes that it's all in the confidence. My advice for a new streamer would be to be consistent and act like you have an audience of thousands, even if you're only streaming for 1 or 2 people at the time.
Keep up the good work, mate. You're doing great.
So don't stream infrequently and act like you're already famous, because a positive mental attitude can be very contagious. Number 4. EposVox. EposVox is a versatile streamer who has almost 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's very transparent about how he began making videos from his parents' house, and as of 2021, he has his own studio where he makes his videos from. His number 1 tip for new streamers is that you should make sure that you're having fun above all else. Too many people insist on maintaining all-day streaming schedules, and when they have no energy or motivation, it's not fun to watch. So, his advice is to always do what you enjoy and believes that people won't like your streams if it's obvious that you're tired or burnt out. You're enjoying our content, right? Don't waste any time and hit that subscribe button on the bottom right. Number 3. TrumpSC. Jeffrey Shi, better known as TrumpSC, is a streamer that is famous for his comedic charms. He has 817,000 followers on Twitch and 784,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's best known for playing Hearthstone and also strategy games like Age of Empire. When asked for the greatest tip that he can give to his audience, he had a hilariously simple response. My number 1 tip for a new channel that is starting out would be to simply stream. Elaborating on his simple comment, he believes that you should just keep streaming until you're discovered, if your content is good enough, and that there isn't any secrets to success otherwise. Number 2. Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect is one of the most popular Call of Duty streamers, and he has over 3.62 million subscribers on YouTube. In one of the rare moments where he breaks character, he started to reflect on how many followers he has on Twitch, and began to give advice as to how streamers can grow. He said that, the best thing about streaming is that you can get real-time feedback, not only after streaming, but even as a stream has started. You can see what you need to change and what's wrong by analyzing numbers and fan feedback in the chat. So always pay attention to what's going on even if you're already successful, because it's important to pay attention to what you're doing.
If you're streaming, if you're a streamer, if you're an upcoming streamer, if you're new to streaming, all I could do is encourage you to analyze your numbers as much as you can.
Number 1. Vinny from Vinesauce. Vinny from Vinesauce is a name that everyone recognizes. Whether you look at the top streamers in the video game community, or are someone who has been following YouTubers who made machinima and comedic narrations on video game streams.
Mom, what are water sports?
Vinny is someone that you know very well whether you love him or hate him. His advice is perhaps something that everyone has to hear when starting out. To be yourself. Don't overreact for the audience. If you're a quiet person, don't force yourself to be loud. Try to be charismatic, but not at the cost of your own personality. And speaking on channel growth, he said, don't get discouraged if you don't see growth in the starting phases. Find fun things to stream. Keep streaming and edit some highlight videos. His advice certainly hits home, because at the end of the day, it's all about patience and making people warm up to you by showing the best parts of your personality. Check out this video. It's specially selected for you. You'll like it.